Hi everyone and welcome to the Hermetic Shaman. My name is Jayme, and if you're new here, I am so glad that you found your way to this space. If you're returning, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your continued support. Today's reading is a general collective message intended for whoever feels drawn to it. As always, please only take what resonates with you in your personal situation and gently release what does not. If you're interested in a personal reading or session, you'll find the link to my website in the description below. And if this message supports you in any way, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you never miss out on a reading. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get into this message. Let's call in the Divine Council first. I call upon my full Divine Council in this sacred moment. Yahweh, Eternal Flame and Sovereign Creator. Elohim, Divine Architects of Form and Frequency. Sophia, Holy Mother of Wisdom, Womb and Word. Papa Legba, Opener of the Gates, Keeper of the Crossroads. Hecate, Queen of Witches, Guardian of Shadow and Flame. Yeshua, Ascended Master of Unconditional Love and Truth. My beloved ancestors of the blood, spirit, and stars. The Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. In the eternal light of my Lyran soul, stand with me now. Surround this space in truth, clarity, and protection. Let every card reveal only what serves the highest path. Let falsehood fall, let wisdom rise. May I be a clear vessel for divine messages. May my words honor both shadow and light. May no harm enter, no distortion pass through. I read as Flamekeeper, Priest, and Sovereign Starseed. I read with purpose, integrity, and divine permission. I open this reading in full trust and alignment. So it is, so it has always been, so it shall be. Alrighty, y'all. We are going to begin with the tarot dice. Just want to sprinkle some Florida water. Give them a nice good cleanse. Actually, while we're at it. Alrighty. Things might get loud for a hot minute. So if you're sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe. What is going on in collective energy, and what is it that the collective needs to know at this time? Whew. The energy already feels very, very thick. It almost feels like there's been like this heightened sense of anxiety. And I don't know about you, but I did not get a good night's rest last night during that full moon. But the energy, it feels restless, it feels anxious. It feels like a shift, something big is coming, or some kind of dramatic shift is coming. But anyway, we have the Seven of Wands sideways, we have the Lovers sideways, and we have the Moon sideways. So we have two of these that are looking like they're coming in. So you're going to have to stand up for yourself and defend yourself in some kind of way, or maybe you are in, or you have been in that process, or maybe you just stopped defending yourself completely. You pick and choose your battles because it's not upright and it's not reverse. We do have a tower right here, but the tower is sideways, so that tells me that the cookie has already crumbled. The pieces have already fell. And it's interesting because we have the Lovers right here, which is sideways. Again, in the same position as that. So this contract has already been null and void. This soul contract has been null and void. Family, love, business, friend. There is going to be some kind of truth, some kind of revelation that is going to be coming in with this moon sideways. Or somebody here is trying to stop some kind of information from coming out now that the contract is over. Somebody here feels like they're no longer binded to something. So now they can, I don't know, maybe somebody here is going to whistleblow. now that some kind of contract is over. We do have the sun here as well. The sun is upright, so there is happiness, freedom, liberation, feeling safe. So maybe there's been in a situation here where you haven't been able to feel like you could be yourself, or that you could feel comfortable. You know what it is? Sometimes it's not the ending itself. Right? Because sometimes it'll take days or even like weeks, sometimes even months, when you get that feeling of, oh shit, like it's gone, like, and my life is totally different. And like maybe this is somebody who was like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care, screw the contract, F it, I don't care. But now they're kind of like, oh shit, type of energy. Like, this is them finally realizing that it's gone. The cookie has already crumbled. The bricks have already been cleared away. You can't rebuild something anymore. There's been too much damage. We have the Nine of Pentacles sideways. Somebody here has been reluctant to take a step on their own. Maybe they've still been a little bit reliant on someone for something, or at least that's how they felt. And maybe that's why they were fighting for something. This could have been you. Maybe you were standing your guard in regards to something because you felt like, at the time, given the information that you had, like you felt like that's something that you needed in order to grant you some kind of independence, or to grant you some kind of freedom, or it was what you deserved. This could have been the actual person. Like, maybe you felt like you deserved this person, or whatever the case was, but like maybe there was something where you're like, you know what? I have nothing left to fight for. The cookie has already crumbled, and in all actuality, I don't need this. I don't want this. I deserve better type of energy. We have the Eight of Cups sideways. So yeah, there's definitely been an emotional departure, or maybe that's happening right now. Somebody here is definitely going through the feelings of feeling the separation, of knowing that it's over, of knowing that it's finally over. It is over. It is done. Kaput. This is divine timing with the Star card. The universe is in charge. Prayers are being answered. The sun will shine again. It will be a new day. We have the Fool sideways, the Queen of Pentacles sideways, and Death sideways. Somebody's on the precipice of taking a leap of faith. Somebody's being bold, they're feeling the fear, and they're doing it anyway. This is going to lead to abundance and prosperity. This also leads to someone recognizing their worth. And I feel like there are many other things that you still have yet to discover about yourself with the Queen of Pentacles not quite upright. We have strong Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Leo energy here. And with this Death, I'm not feeling like this is bad. Like, this is transformation. This is where you get to discover, where you get to pick up, you know, the parts of you that you may have put in boxes before. You get to dust them off, right? You get to reinvest in you as the Queen of Pentacles. $9.19 on the timer. Universe. Please tell us more. Guilt. This has been coming out a lot lately. Somebody here is worried about the looks. They're worried about what it's gonna look like. But now somebody here is rediscovering that they can decide how they want it to look like with this discovery. You know, getting back in touch with their higher self. Whoever I'm reading for, this is, or I don't even know how this intertwines in your life, but there is one individual who gave up fighting for something and just finally decided to let something end. We have another person who was probably the catalyst to cause the ending. Now they're having deep regrets, and I don't think the regrets are that it's over. I think the regrets are that shit is gonna come out, that truth is gonna be seen. And I think one other person, the other person, we have one person here who's worried about what it's gonna look like. That maybe all of their addictions are gonna be seen, or maybe the fact that they like to, I don't know, indulge. And maybe how one person, so this could be a situation where, like, it's been all about the looks, it's been all about the vanity, right? So everyone's been trying to keep up with some kind of appearances. Maybe that was part of the fighting for something at one point, of defending yourself, needing to stand up for yourself, but deciding to let that cookie crumble because it's been the same, you know, it's been patchwork, patch job after patch job after patch job. But something here has been damaged to the point where it can't be erected or re-erected. Then we have another person. Everyone has been focused on the looks of it all. So the second person is more worried about how they're going to be seen as the bad person. And they were probably the one that was running their mouth, right? Yelling at the moon, howling at the moon type of energy. That you were the bad person. And maybe that was part of the struggle of wanting to always do those patch jobs, was thinking this is what everyone's going to think of me, that it was my fault. And that was part of you defending, trying to fight for something, to keep something that you felt like you needed. Because you needed people not... Somebody here needed somebody here to not... It's like they needed that validation. That's what I'm really searching for. But one individual has dropped that. They're like, you know what? It's not worth it. You're the one that broke it. Why am I trying to fix something that you keep breaking? Type of energy. You know, this contract has been fulfilled. Somebody here is finding their heart. They're reconnecting with their faith. Their heart chakra is opening up. They're loving on themselves a little more. They're recognizing their value here with this Queen of Pentacles. They're knowing their worth. And they're ready to embrace a new beginning somewhere else. Because the party is over. Three of Cups sideways. The party is over. Universe, please tell us more. We have a journey. It came out sideways, so I'm gonna honor that. We have poverty, but what I didn't mention is that there is abundance around the corner because you're finding a different way. You're finding a different way. You're making a different way. You're making a different way. So, yeah, this has been a journey. It's been a long journey. And I feel like it's definitely finally coming to an end here. Because if I'm reading this sideways, as if it was the crossing card in the Celtic cross, you're getting towards the end of that journey. The end of this journey, the end of this, I want to say, dragged out goodbye, period of poverty, period of lack. Main female in the reverse, courthouse, bad health, great fortune in the reverse, and sudden wealth. So somebody here is losing fortune and one person is gaining wealth. And the way that I'm taking that right now is that you are going to be gaining sudden wealth the moment that you finally take that leap of faith and put this in your rear view. Because you are the wealth. The wealth is attached to you. The blessings, the abundance, it's attached to you. It's attached to you. Because you're the one that finds a way and makes it work. Okay? And instead, you've been wasting energy trying to keep something together, when someone here never even really saw you as their main person. This could be somebody here who tried to put you up against multiple different options to make you question your worth. But it has been a long journey, but it's coming to an end. You have been on this journey, and it's about dropping guilt. Because maybe somebody here could even be saying that, like, the reason why they drink or the reason why they go excessive on something is because of you. Like, maybe you're part of the problem. You know, and now, you know, once you're gone, because you're the sudden wealth, once you're gone, their great fortune goes away. Because you're the fortune. The wealth is attached to you. You are the divine feminine. Or divine masculine. Take it however it resonates. Universe, please tell us more. We have 22, 22, and 25, 25. Master Builder, your intentions are taking form. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're trying to manifest, it's taking form, it's taking shape. Change with grace. Divine detours are blessings. Change with grace. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You're discovering your grace, your inner heart, your inner love, your inner kindness for yourself. Not treating yourself so harshly as well. Change is inevitable, right? And sometimes we can be more afraid of what the future holds off of something that is not even set in stone yet. Because you have the power to create your future. You are a master builder. Your intentions are taking form. Embrace that power. Change with grace. Build your future. See, if you are making decisions based out of fear, it is only that's negative energy. You're not listening to your higher self. You're listening to your lower self, right? That inner devil within us, right? Or some people say our ego. Don't allow your fear to talk you out of what you're able to create and build. I mean, you're escaping a situation here that was really challenging. It was really tough. It really tested you. It put you through the ringer. There were a lot of secrets. But I don't see any love anymore. Not with all of the cups sideways. And I think that's part of the discovery, is realizing I don't have any feelings. But then something here just became habit, right? Sometimes some habits are hard to break. Okay. Universe, tell us more. Something here about October 22nd to October 25th. I don't know. Maybe something's happening that time. Maybe you're going to something at that time. That could be your birthday. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Somebody here is worried about the challenges. We have the Six of Cups because you're too focused on the path, on the past. Ace of Cups reversed. The Ten of Swords. Somebody here has been unwilling. There was fear with this guilt. There was a lot of fear with this guilt, and I feel like maybe some of you could even been listening to poor counsel. Or somebody here was giving poor counsel. The Eight of Wands, but there is going to be a fast forward shift. Universe. Okay. The Three of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Swords. Something here is being laid to rest. An individual who's been unwise, very codependent. Somebody here has been fearful of change. They've been fearful of doing something new, trying something new. Somebody here is not able to stand on their own. They don't know themselves. They're unable to control their dark side, their ego. Maybe that's whoever is in. There's somebody here that's escaping reality, however which way they try to do it, whether it's through a substance or some kind of delulu. Something here is being laid to rest. Wow, and then we have the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody here is bossing up. They're doing what is right. They're doing what is best for everybody involved. Maybe that's why you're like, you know what, I can't defend something anymore. And now, like, now you can be honest. Now you can share the truth. Maybe the things that you were keeping hidden, keep in private. Because you were trying to, like, I'm getting this energy of, like, whatever the situation's in, whether this is, again, family, friend, lover, business, like, you were, like, the way that you had them high on your priority list of people you care about was, like, my ride or die type of energy. Like, that's how you viewed this person, or, you know what I mean? And, I think part of the hurt is realizing that, wow, this person never really cared about me like that. They just cared about what I had to offer, what I was able to do and give. That's the truth. That's the facts. That's what the Queen of Swords is. It's not about the emotions. Because the emotions always lead to this. And somebody here, I feel like, is done with this Nine of Wands in the reverse. They're done with the heartache. Done with the challenges. How did I go back to, that view? I knew something looked off, but I wasn't, like... I was in the zone. I didn't realize I switched screens back. I'm so sorry, y'all. Universe, tell us more. The Two of Swords reversed, but now the blindfold's off. Now the blindfold's off, we see the truth for what it is, and the party is over. The party of the past, the pity party of the past is over. Some kind of commitment is over because it's no love. There's no love. And I feel like one person feels like, see, right now, the other party feels like, okay, well, this is exactly what I wanted. Bye, go with God, right? And I feel like you have been, like, sitting in, like, pain a little bit. Like, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep feeling this way? Why am I always the one picking up the pieces? Why am I always the one trying to figure things out? Why is everything always my fault? How can I be a better, you know what I mean? And sometimes a part of that realization, the blindfold coming off, is realizing that you are not the problem. that you are not the problem. But I also want to say, let this person think that they won. And you know what? People may talk at first, right? Because people are going to pick sides, right? Because people are going to pick sides. That's what people do, right? So if you're worried about how other people are going to think about you don't care. The only person's opinion that matters, or the only valued opinion that matters, is the one that you have about yourself. Okay? And is the only one you should be listening to. And the universe and source. We have the Two of Cups here. Yeah, this relationship is over. It's not on the same page. People are not seeing eye to eye. But in the months afterwards, maybe by October, something here is going to be seen. Like, this person's true colors are going to be seen, because now you're not in the picture. Now you're completely gone. Out of the equation. Just what they wanted. And you're building your life. Even though you may be a little afraid. You may be a little scared. But that fear will slowly shift to excitement once you make it past the jump and you land on your feet. And you give it a good day or two. You're going to be like, okay, this is not bad. This is not bad. And I feel like you're going to start realizing how much more peace you have. And once you start building that up and you start building yourself back up and your peace gets restored and you feel free, you feel more liberated, you're not carrying any residual heart, right? Or you're on the mend. Right? You're facing things head on. You're confronting them head on. You're not storing them for later. That person is going to be seen for exactly who they were, exactly who they are, and exactly why this whole thing went crumbling apart. But so your name is going to be set free at the end of the day. This is a divine detour in your life right now. So this is like, kind of like when you're at the train station, you're at the platform, right? That's a, what's the term that I'm looking for? Right, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere you want to go. Anywhere you can buy a ticket for, right? Anywhere that's in the network. Like, but you are standing at the ticket gate right now. And you're letting everybody go in front of you because you can't decide what ticket you want to purchase or where you want to go. Nine of Cups, reversed. There's been a lack of wish fulfillment. You're thinking about your family, you're thinking about the long term, and you're keeping the truth in mind. We have the Fool reversed, the Hurt. All of this again with the Ten of Pentacles. Everything is going to work out in the end. You know, maybe when you go to the platform, and maybe some of you haven't even made it to the platform. Maybe you're still trying to figure out how to get to the platform to even buy the ticket, right? Or to get to the station. We have the Eight of Swords. You've been trapped in your head. This journey has been more mental, like within yourself. Like, it's been more of an emotional, mental journey where you have had to really evaluate everything. This also brought you a lot of wisdom and a lot of insight. Universe, tell me more about this journey. The Two of Pentacles. Something here has been wishy-washy, but somebody here is going to do what they need to do with the Strength card, and they're going to take a new opportunity. They're going to go down that golden archway and go to the station. They're going to go to the station. Or they're finally buying a ticket. Wow, somebody is left out in the cold. This is some kind of injustice here. Somebody's trying to win at all costs. The universe is saying you may take a monetary hit off this, but you are going to be receiving something else. Like, maybe you're losing something monetarily when you finally do decide to, you know, go. Like, depart, like, leave, like, you know, finally get your ticket and finally hop on your train and get on it. That's why I got that message of this person's gonna have an empty victory. Right, at first they're gonna be like, yes, I won, they finally got what they wanted, and they think that their plan and their scheme is going to work. But then comes the fall, then comes their fall. All of the vanity is being seen because you're not there to keep it all together anymore, to keep the thing going. Universe, give me one more for this journey. We have the Fool. It jumped out and it flipped itself over. The Fool. The brand new beginning. Because of somebody's dissatisfaction. Somebody here is bossing up, male or female, strong Aries energy, strong double Aries energy here. Somebody here is bossing up. They're doing what is necessary. They're doing what is right. They're doing what they need to do, and they're embracing this new beginning. They're embracing the change. They're embracing the transformation. They're changing with grace. They're rising above. They're rising above and not letting their ego get in the way of like, well, you still owe me that, and I'm trying to get their lick back or something, or trying to get revenge or whatever it is. Like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like, we do that, right? To try to see if people still care, or they're like, it's none of that anymore. It's none of that playing the game anymore. Actually, not yet. Let's clean this up, and we're gonna... I think I'm gonna grab What's the News deck. I'm gonna see what else is going on in the energy, or what else wants to come out. Actually, we'll keep that. Universe, tell us more. What's going on in this energy for the collective, please? Universe. We have the Blues. It did come out in the reverse, so somebody here is no longer afraid. The emotions aren't so heavy anymore. Somebody is purging. The purge is taking place because somebody here is fed up. They're fed up. They're not having it. They're frustrated. They're over it. That they're satisfied. Somebody here is no longer in the Blues. They have turned. They have used their... Somebody here, you, whoever, is using their emotions to fuel this change that is taking place. Universe. We have Squad, Reconciliation, Soul Tribe, Close Friends. Some of you could have been separated from your close friends. Or maybe you're reconnecting with people from your past in some kind of way, old friends. I'm not saying like you're dating other people. I mean, some of you could be. But this is you, I feel like, reconnecting with people that you may have, left behind or not separated, because I don't feel like you separated from these people, but maybe you may have held back from them because you were so focused on, I feel like the douche from the first part. We have a key player, important person playing an essential role, irreplaceable. You are irreplaceable. You're playing an essential role. Maybe you not realize it. Maybe what you're going through now is going to set you up to be an example, to help others who have gone through what you are going through. This is leading you towards new love. With somebody who's kinky. I mean, do your thing, collective. Do your thing, but be very, very careful. I feel like somebody here has a sneaky link. And dirty money. We have a sneaky link with dirty money. Or this could be part of the secrets that are coming out about the person that you were dealing with. Something could be coming out about how their kinky ways got them wrangled up in some kind of situation with a side piece. And they were making some kind of dirty money. Somehow. Maybe somebody here was more interested in the fast life because they like a thrill, they like an adventure. But with you, they got safety and security. Right? But that wasn't enough. Somebody wanted, I want to say they wanted everything. They wanted it all. Universe, tell us more. What is the tea? We have reflecting and marrying for money and moving on. Somebody here is reflecting on the fact that maybe they got into something for finances, for resources, for what it would be able to provide them, because there is no love anymore. Somebody here is trying to make some kind of a dirty offer. Maybe this could even be this person trying to give you a dirty offer because they're like, oh shit, like maybe I do need them. Or trying to just, maybe seeing if they could still have some kind of access to you. They could be trying to make a dirty offer, trying to kiss your ass. But there is some kind of photo proof here that your light irritates their demons. You're just being happy, carefree at this time. You're like, thank you, next. You're moving on. We have an obsessive lover. What? Universe, tell us more. You're stepping into your power, and now somebody here is becoming dangerously obsessive. So they don't want you, and they tell you that to your face, so then you finally accept that. Then they become obsessive, but then now they're like, shit, now I gotta keep the story going. Somebody, whoever that you've been dealing with, they are all over. I don't think they know what they want, and what side is up, down, left, right. I'm going to keep it honest. Somebody's all over the place. Somebody here could have mental health issues. You could even be planning a move. We have moving on twice, especially with that journey. Some of you guys could be physically moving locations. Somebody here is now crying over you because they're heading into legal issues for trying to steal something, for acquiring all that dirty money, using fake accounts. Somebody here trying to use fake accounts to stalk you. Maybe that's being found out during the investigation. Is that they're going to find out how much this person went to talk so much shit about you, including creating fake accounts in order to apply pressure onto you, to hit your socials, maybe to like bait a reaction out of you, like somebody was like taunting you. Maybe this person is a little cuckoo and would make fake profiles of other people that they were quote-unquote sleeping with just to message you and taunt you. That's crazy. Universe. Give me one more, please. You're hitting the jackpot. Like I said, you are the fortune. Somebody here is played out. Their game is played out. The spiritual hater is played out. This obsessive, spiritual, hating, shit-talking, delulu, having, wasting time played out. Biatch. Male or female. Somebody is trying to force their way. They try to forcing. They try to control everything. You're hitting the jackpot because you have disconnected. Universe, please tell us more. What is going on beneath? We have insecure. We have somebody here who is insecure. So they're putting on a show. They're putting on a show because they're expecting a new beginning, but they're just promiscuous and they're all in their feelings. They're trying to make themselves feel better. They don't feel secure within themselves. A bugaboo. This person's a bugaboo. This person's a user. Somebody could even be trying to use somebody to stay, and maybe now they're like shit. Maybe now they're... or maybe their side piece is getting caught up for some kind of dirty, illegal dealing. We have a copycat here. Somebody was trying to copy to be you. Maybe their side piece was, but now they're getting caught up. They're being thrown in jail, and now they're like, shit, now I don't got a place to stay. So now I gotta... Now that's why they want to come and, like, kiss your ass, but... Oh, well. That's not your problem. You have moved on. It was their choice. It was their decision. You've made peace. You've already, you know, started the healing process. You already went down the road, right? Universe. Give me one more, please. Promiscuous. So we have an insecure, bugaboo, promiscuous, envious, insecure individual who's doing the substances, who's abusing the substances, and escaping from reality, trying to fulfill a fantasy, trying to fulfill a fantasy. Ay, ay, ay. Don't worry, they're played out. You're getting your jackpot. They're not gonna win. Their plans are not gonna work however they wanted it to because their cookie already crumbled. It already crumbled. Universe, please give us some character clues. Please give us some character clues. Somebody here could have a long nose. They have like a double chin or a butt chin. Again, I'm not coming for you. I have a butt chin. Somebody here could have fun-colored hair. My right ear is ringing. Somebody's nephew could be involved somehow. Maybe you're dating somebody's nephew? We have a mole here. Or somebody's nephew knows about something. We have an in-law. Somebody here is well endowed. Okay. Maybe that's all they're thinking with. They want to show it off, fulfilling a fantasy. Somebody here could have braids. Somebody here could have dimples. Somebody could be a wallflower. We do have somebody here who's mature in age or attitude. We have a father here at the bottom of the deck. Somebody here could wear pink clothing. Somebody here could have micro braids. Like, maybe somebody braids their micro braids? I don't even know if that's a thing. We have a man that's involved here. We have a Scorpio. We have a Taurus. Universe, give us some more context clues. Give us some more character clues. Context clues. What is this? Hooked on phonics? Somebody here could be the same height as you, or they think that they're in the same boat as you in life. Somebody here has a tattoo. This could be you. Maybe somebody here with a baby face has a tattoo. Or it could be somebody here with a double chin who has a tattoo. Somebody who could be well endowed. I don't know. Maybe they have a tattoo near their... I don't know. Somebody here could be a witch. A white, gray, black witch. This could be you. It could be them. We have an acquaintance. Somebody here is an acquaintance. I don't know, maybe you're acquainted with their side person. And you were like, wow. You were totally okay with doing that to me? We have Catholic. Somebody here could be Catholic. We have a round face. Somebody could have facial hair. We have a mole. Somebody here could have a mole. Maybe this wallflower has a mole. Somebody here could be extremely shy. Maybe somebody here likes to keep to themselves. We have freckles. Somebody here could be short. We have blue clothing, so we have pink and blue. Something here about... I don't even know if Baskin-Robbins is still around. Or something here about cotton candy? Maybe somebody here likes cotton candy? We have muscular. Somebody here could be muscular. Or this is somebody here who's trying to sweeten you up. But, you know, they're probably not too good for you. Somebody here could be black or African American. We have immature. Somebody here is extremely immature. So there's definitely a difference in attitudes. Okay, that was way too many, universe. And somebody here could wear a lot of makeup. And somebody here can have a motorcycle. Somebody here who wears a lot of red clothing, or they like to wear red, or their motorcycle is red. I don't know. Or their motorcycle has red on it. Somebody's in-laws are involved. Maybe somebody's in-laws have been trying to force something, or have been not seeing what's been right in front of them. I don't know. Actually, alrighty, universe. Why are these? Okay. Universe. Tell us more for the collective. We have higher self-activation and letting go. Your higher self is being activated. You're going through an awakening. You're shifting timelines right now. That's why something is completely over. Ending. Resilience. Transformation. You're embrace this time for power. Embrace this time for change. Embrace this energy. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Because fear of the unknown is very, very similar to excitement that something is always there. You know, it's kind of like You know when you're like waiting up for the first day of school and you're kind of nervous, like maybe going to a new school, like, you know, remember when you were younger, you were going from like middle school to high school, like you were excited to go on that to the new school, but you were also afraid because I know here where I'm from, we have our city is so big, we have like 4 or 5 different middle schools, but we have only 2 high schools. One's a vocational and one's just the regular public high school. But when everyone goes from middle school, they all, if they're not going to the vocational school, they're either going to the public high school. Like, you're meeting new kids, new students. Maybe your friends are going to the other, you know, vocational school or something, right? So, like, you don't know what it's going to be like. You don't know your way around the building, right? Maybe you're afraid you're going to get lost because you don't know where you're going, right? But take that in as excitement of learning something new as opposed to being afraid of something different. It says distance here at the bottom of the deck. Retreat, blocked, emotional or physical distance. Yeah, you're putting emotional or even physical distance against you and that person. Like in between y'all. We have twin flames, strong soulmate. That's somebody who did not honor it, and you're reflecting and doing your shadow work at this time. Continue to do that. It's activating your higher self. It's leading you into a higher timeline. Embrace these endings. Universe, please give us a card for the collective. We have the door, creativity. It's time for you to be creative with this energy. Use your imagination. Express yourself, right? How do you envision, you know, your future to look like? It's time for you to innovate. It's time for you to innovate. Take your imagination. What are you inspired by right now? Because right now, you're getting into a new experience. You're going into a new timeline. You're going to be seeing new things. You're going to be taking in and absorbing new information. Let your imagination run wild in a good way and use that to help spark innovation. And express yourself however you see fit. Universe, please give us an affirmation for the collective. Thank you. We have generosity. I give to those around me no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. All right, it's about connecting with others who are on, you know, riding the wave, literally. But it's also about you opening up. You know, you being generous with your energy and time. Don't be afraid just because of this. You know what I mean? Because there's opportunities. You are the jackpot. You are the sudden wealth. You are the fortune. You are the wealth, right? So don't allow yourself to go into that fear. Whatever love that you have, whatever you have discovered, right? That heart that you rediscovered about yourself, that's meant to give so that you can receive. But you've been dealing with one person who was taking from you. But now you know who's deserving of it and who isn't. Universe. And how much of yourself to give up. How much to be generous, right? Universe, please give us a final message for the collective. We have guidance, number 33. That's also a Ascended Master number. You could benefit from working with an Ascended Master right now. We have steadfastness. Do not waver back and forth or be moved by the by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 32. We have guidance. Either way, do not waver back and forth or be moved by the circumstances that are surrounding you at this time. Spirit doesn't make any mistakes. That came out for a reason, because that's part of the theme. About not succumbing to the energies that are around you, right? No matter how suffocating they may be. Guidance is all about learning to communicate with your soul and discovering and manifesting your purpose. Ganesha is worshipped and adored by the Trimurtis, or the Trinity of Hinduism, which is made up of Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. The story goes that during the period of dissolution, the water and wind were demolished and the earth evaporated. Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva wandered the earth to determine what was causing the dissolution. The gods discovered a huge aura of light where Ganesha was enshrined. The Trimurtis immediately bowed to Ganesha in reverence and began to worship and praise him. They requested that Ganesha bless them. Ganesha entrusted the gods with 3 separate duties. Vishnu is the preserver, Shiva is the destroyer, and Brahma is the creator. Guidance is based on communication. The soul can send you messages through symbols, synchronicity, hunches, sudden inspiration, dreams, and even direct channeling. Consciously connecting with your guides, heightening your psychic abilities, and fine-tuning your skills to be present and to pay attention are all important parts of learning to receive guidance. As you open up, your soul begins to communicate your inner purpose for this lifetime to you. When you learn to hear and recognize its promptings, your life starts to take on a magical quality. Remember that you can ask Ganesha to support you in creating a raised awareness. Make a point to look at spirituality from new perspectives that may be unfamiliar to you. Be willing to talk to people whose experiences and beliefs are different from your own. You may need to move out of your comfort zone in order to do this. You will be all the richer for it. If you are concerned about getting true information about your personal life from a psychic or an intuitive, you can prepare for it by asking from your heart to receive information that is for the highest good. Be sure your motivations are pure. You can ask the psychic to channel the words that your own soul wants to hear to further your spiritual growth. Rely on your intuition and your inner knowledge rather than your intelligence or conscious mind. Watch for synchronicities and opportunities. Trust your instincts and pay attention as your messages can turn up from a variety of sources. Be attentive to your dreams. You may want to keep a dream journal. Synchronicities are likely now. It is possible that a pleasant surprise will be coming your way soon in regards to your work. This could even be a new job opportunity. The gods Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma may represent a different male energy in your life. Engage in the energy of men in your life or in the energy of the Trimurtis to assist you with the task at hand. So connect to a father figure maybe. Maybe that's why it came out. Maybe you need to connect with your father. Or a man in your life that you trust, for my feminines out there. And maybe for my masculine out there, connect with a woman in your life that you really trust. Your mom, your sister, your aunt, right? Grandmother. You might really benefit from that at this time, or from their perspective. But that is what I have for y'all today. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.